Hi, I'm Shannon Brown. I asked the question, what's missing in elementary education? Answer: A, R, T, art. Studies suggest that arts education in public schools leads to a number of positive results, such as confidence in oneself, general success in life, and most importantly, higher rates of scholastic success. Student dropout rates and suicide are soaring, while test scores and attendance are in a free fall. Is it a coincidence that the arts are also becoming extinct in today's schools? In a study conducted by the Foundation for Music Literacy, it was concluded that parents and students alike felt that participation in band builds self-esteem, confidence, and a sense of accomplishment. Fred Baining, a highly successful former 32-year employee of IBM, agrees. He is quoted as saying, "What has made a difference in my life has been the ability to learn as I go, to adapt to new ideas, to have the courage to take risks, and to feel confident when I am able to perform successfully and meet the challenges of new situations. These skills I learned," he says, "through participation in band and drama." One interesting fact is that researchers have found that regardless of the household income or parent education level, children who were engaged in theatrical arts consistently showed gains in self-concept and motivation and higher levels of empathy and tolerance for others. Involvement in theater arts specifically contributed to self-awareness and self-confidence in students at a strong rate of increase when compared to students who had no or little involvement. Confidence and self-esteem? Check. It has been suggested that children who are exposed to the elements of the cultural arts experience success later in life due to these exposures. According to MINC, an organization that advocates music education, choral singers are more than twice as likely as non-participants to be aware of the current events involved in the political process, far less likely to use alcohol, tobacco, and illicit drugs, and are far more likely to participate in charity work. MINC also reports that those educated in the arts tend to have higher salaries. Equally impressive is that involvement in the arts is one avenue by which at-risk youth can acquire the various competencies necessary to become economically self-sufficient over a long period of time rather than becoming financial strain on their states and communities. Teachers have seen that the study of music inspires creativity and develops problem-solving skills and other kinds of thinking that students don't receive in the same outlet in other disciplines. Skills such as these are what potential employers are looking for in new hires. According to the research provided, music, art, and theater can provide our children with some major components of what they will need in the workforce. All of these factors indicate that children who receive arts education tend to achieve a higher level of success in life. Check. Few would argue that schools should build their goals around scholastic success. Arts educators are important players in this goal. Dr. Alfred A. Tomatis coined the term the Mozart effect, which basically indicated that by listening to Mozart's music may induce a short-term improvement on the performance of certain kinds of tasks. The kinds of tasks that are crucial for learning concepts in proportional reasoning and geometry. This is an exciting and amazing concept, and Dr. Daisy Liu went further than Tomatis to say that the understanding of symbolism, reading comprehension, and creative thinking are all skills that are enhanced through music as well as theatrical arts. She concluded that active listening with bodily responses and the use of creative language while involved in the various elements of music constitute a rich environment where authentic long-term learning takes place, as opposed to the short-term effect of simply listening to classical music. In a report on the benefits that schools have experienced by participating in a program known as Opening Minds Through the Arts, or OMA, Amanda Terrebonne spoke of higher level of enjoyment in the classroom all the way to the most important increase in standardized testing scores, some would argue. Maybe this is because in the OMA curriculum, music teaches listening skills, dance helps educators teach geometry, and violin lessons helps children study science. So many have found that the speed at which students learn and their levels of retention of the subject are dramatically increased when the arts are an avenue by which the lesson is taught. The statistics speak for themselves. Districts that provide more funding for the arts consistently have higher rates of attendance and graduation, and in turn score between 30 and 55% higher in all subject areas. The statistics are staggering. These students are getting something more than musical training. They're getting something that all children need. They are getting scholastic success. Ding, ding, ding. Here we see the difference in two children's education. One who received what we would call a general education with all of the basics of arithmetic, sciences, the Englishes, your regular, everyday general education. And then over here on the right, we see little Lucy with that same education, but then more. Hers has been enhanced and added to because of her experiences in multiple arts. Can you see how by adding the arts to a child's education, you are beautifying and adding to their knowledge? Their tree of knowledge multiplies with fruit count, and the end results can be beautiful with a child who grows up to be a multifaceted, well-rounded person with many avenues to which they can travel. Education of the arts has clear and concrete results: self-confidence, general success in life, and higher rates of scholastic success. Educators should find it encouraging to know that by such simple methods as integrating drama and music into their lessons, it can have an enormous effect on these three major aspects of child development. The facts are clear, and the time is now to rehabilitate our school's curriculum and revive the spirit of the arts in our educational system. Thank you for your time and attention. One audience member asked exactly what is considered to be the cultural arts. Simple answer, Mink defined it in 2007 as dance, theater, music, and visual arts. Another audience member asks, how do the arts help a teacher with math, language, and science? Amazingly, all of the elements of the arts can help a student to understand or remember a learned skill or subject. For example, most of us learned our ABCs by singing them to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. The repetition and the enjoyment of the song and music help a student's memory. This was given to us by Mink in 2007, and also by acting out or dancing about an idea, a student can grasp a better understanding of it as well as retain memory of the subject. Art can be incorporated into the curriculum of almost any subject matter. When a child draws an interpretation of a diagram or a learned idea, the child's memory and understanding of the subject is immediately affected, reported Christian D. Olson in 1996. Thank you.